Hi everyone, my name is Lindsay Lachenmeyer and I work with the Department of Health and Environmental Control. And I'm really excited to go over the work that we've done over the past few years to improve the communication strategy for South Carolina's beach monitoring program. So an important aspect of our program is to, of course, notify people whenever we issue any swimming advisories in the state. And so we issue two different advisories based off of water quality, a long-term advisory and a short-term advisory. One of the main ways that we notify people about these advisories is through posting signs on the beach. And so with our long-term advisory, these signs are posted year-round. And with our temporary advisory, these signs are posted during the duration of those advisories. Now, people can also check on the status of advisories online. We actually recently updated our beach monitoring page this past year to include a table that will automatically update and show any temporary advisories that have been issued within the state. Also, we have our South Carolina Beach Access Guide. And so if you haven't seen this, this is a cool interactive map that will show all of our sampling locations along the coast of South Carolina. And you can go to any of those locations and check on the status of them to see if there's any advisories issued in those locations. Now, one of the other ways that we have also notified people about temporary advisories has been through press releases. However, we've realized over the past few years with the press releases that a lot of times people were not finding out about these advisories until after we had lifted them. Also, a lot of times people in other states were finding out about them and it wasn't reaching the people that were currently at the beach at the time. So this caused us to realize that we really needed to work on improving our communication system and also try to educate people more about our beach monitoring program and about water quality as well. So this led us to working with local municipalities and counties to try to see if we can come up with a more modernized communication and education system. And this actually led us to developing checkmybeach.com. And so our goals with Check My Beach was to try to create a quick, easily accessible beach safety information for people. Also make sure that it links to DHEC's beach monitoring page to try to encourage people to check on the status of advisories themselves, and to also target this information for people that were at the beach. And our goals to try to target people at the beach was to actually post signs just like this one, and that people could learn about Check My Beach that way, but then also have this QR code on it as well. So it'll make it easy for people to quickly scan the code to go to that website easily. Now, before we went any further to develop Check My Beach, we decided to do a pilot study at the end of the 2019 beach season to make sure that people would actually use Check My Beach. So with the help of the City of Myrtle Beach and the Myrtle Beach Chamber of Commerce, we were able to have 500 brochures distributed and 43 signs posted in the Myrtle Beach area. And we monitored the web traffic during that time. And what we saw was that Check My Beach actually directed, on average, 30% of the web traffic each day after the project started. And so we were really excited to see that much web traffic go to the beach monitoring page from such a small area. And so this was really encouraging to continue on with our plans for Check My Beach. So in 2020, we got with our partners and we really wanted to develop Check My Beach even further. And so one of the things that we had decided to do was to try to have Check My Beach encompass a wide array of beach safety information. And this is actually probably one of my favorite aspects of the program because it has information about swimming advisories and water quality and links to our DHEC beach monitoring page, but it also has information about rip currents and information on South Carolina's flag system as well. And so by having all of these beach safety resources in one area, you're really giving someone that tool to decide if it's truly safe to enter the water that day. We also decided not to stop there. We really wanted to make this a great beach resource for people to use. So if you actually click on any of our beach partner logos, it will take you directly to their beach pages. And so this way you can easily look up any beach information or rules or regulations that that particular beach may have. We also wanted to provide additional information such as local weather, information on tides or surf reports too. And so again, maybe this will help encourage people to keep coming back to Check My Beach as well. We decided in order to monitor the progress with Check My Beach and its success to try to incorporate this in phases in the state. So we decided to roll this out for our Tier 1 beaches in 2020, which is the northern coast of South Carolina in our Grand Strand area. And we also decided for those tier 1 beaches that were participating in Check My Beach, that we weren't going to do any press releases for any temporary advisories that were issued because Check My Beach was providing such a great additional resource for people. However, we had to make sure that people knew about Check My Beach. So we had to do a lot of work to promote it in 2020. So we started off promoting Check My Beach with our March Roadshow, which was unfortunately impacted by the pandemic, but we were able to get 3 presentations in. We recorded one of the presentations and posted that one online as well. For all of the presentations, including the one we posted online, we were able to provide a survey for it because we did really want to make sure that we were getting people's people's feedback on our communication strategy. Our partners did a fantastic job this year, and they were able to post 450 signs along the beach and at beach access points in the Grand Strand area. And so we were really excited with all of their hard work that they're able to do. We also promoted Check My Beach through websites and social media as best we could during such difficult times. We also created a hotel one-page flyer advertising Check My Beach, and our partners were able to distribute this flyer to their local hotels because we wanted to make sure that visitors in South Carolina also knew this was a resource that they could use as well. So then when we looked at our March Roadshow survey results, we actually had really overwhelmingly positive results. So you can see in these couple of examples that the percent of people that were satisfied with this new communication strategy, that everybody agreed with that statement. Also, you see that the percent of people that plan to use Check My Beach as a beach safety resource, that 92% of people agreed with that. So it was really encouraging to see that not only were people happy with this new communication strategy we're providing them with Check My Beach, but they were also planning on using the website as well. So this was, again, just encouraging to continue on with the program. We also looked at the web traffic data from this past year during our beach monitoring season from May 1st to October 1st. We saw that we had over 16,000 unique visitors to the website. Also, there were 77% were mobile users. And this was great to see because if you remember, one of our goals for the program was to try to target people that were at the beach. And this was suggesting we were achieving that. We also saw that 47% of people that went to Check My Beach proceeded on to DHEC's beach monitoring page. And so we were really excited to see that as well, because again, one of our goals was to provide that link for people so they could potentially check on advisories. And this was suggesting that they were doing so. So again, we're just really excited about this success. We also decided to kind of look at the web traffic trends for Check My Beach versus our DHEC beach monitoring page. And so I have this graphed out for you for the duration of our beach monitoring season. And so you've got our data at the bottom, the visits on the y-axis, DHEC is in blue and the Check My Beach is in orange. And you can see there's a strong correlation between the two. And so this was really encouraging to see how much Check My Beach was really helping direct a lot of that traffic to DHEC's beach monitoring page. And it just really showed that the website is working the way that we had intended it to. So again, we just feel very positive about all the results that we've been seeing so far. We also wanted to look at DHEC's beach monitoring web traffic data in 2019 versus 2020. We did unfortunately see less views in 2020 than we did in 2019 due to the pandemic. And because, we weren't able to promote through social media nearly as much in 2020 as we did in 2019. But what's interesting is that we saw 44% of the visits to DHEC's beach monitoring page come from Check My Beach. And so this was actually really encouraging because you can imagine if we didn't have Check My Beach this past year, how many fewer of our page visits would have been without it. So again, we just take this as very positive results. So in conclusion, and going over some of our future plans, right now, we really feel like we're successfully achieving our program goals. We've seen some positive survey results from people. We also have some positive web traffic trends that are showing that we're targeting those people at the beach and that people are using the website the way we had intended and going on to DHEC's beach monitoring page. Of course, for our plans in the future, we're going to continue to work with our partners to try to improve and promote Check My Beach any way that we can. And so we already have some ideas that we can work on, and we do meet regularly to talk about these things. One of our main goals for 2021 right now is actually to try to move forward and promote Check My Beach to the remainder of the state. We think this would be a great statewide program. So we've actually already had a lot of meetings with potential partners, and we're really excited with a lot of the progress that we've seen and what we can all achieve together. So that's our big push for 2021. Lastly, I really do want to thank all of our partners. Obviously, without them, this wouldn't be possible, and especially seeing all the success and the progress we've made so far. So I'm excited the work that we'll continue to do together in the future. And so with that, I want to thank you guys all for listening. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Here's all my information, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.